Hi, I'm Matty Hogan, and I'm here with the new English teacher for 7th grade on Denali, Miss Levy. Miss Levy, what college did you go to?
Sure. So for college, I went to the Gallatin School of Individualized Study, which is one of the colleges within NYU in New York City. And then when I graduated there, I went back to school so I could become a teacher, and I earned a master's degree at Harvard.
If you could teach another subject, what would it be?
Yeah. If I could teach another subject, it would probably art, because I fully believe that you should only teach things that you're really joyful about. I wouldn't say that I'm a great artist, but I certainly love making art, and I think that if I had to stop teaching English, I would definitely choose art.
And do you have a favorite book?
I do have a favorite book. I like to think of it in terms of I have a favorite adult book and a favorite young adult book that I can talk to my kids about in detail. My favorite adult book is called The Shadow of the Wind, and it's by a magical realist author, and it's really wonderful. It takes place during the Spanish Civil War, and it's about how wonderful books are. My favorite young adult books would be the entire series of Harry Potter books. I literally cannot imagine a life before or after Harry Potter, so he's a part of my life every day still.
And do you have a favorite movie, too?
I have old favorites. I have old favorites from when I was young. The Disney classics. Fantasia used to be the highlight of my week when my parents would let me dance around and watch that movie, along with The Lion King and Aladdin, which we'll be reading later this year. But beyond that, I'm not much of a movie buff. I don't watch a lot of movies, but I do spend a lot of time reading.
Have you had any teaching experience previously?
Sure. I came here from Wayland Middle School, where I taught 7th grade there. And then before that, I was at the Cambridge Ridge and Latin School teaching 10th and 12th grade. And prior to that, I was in New York City, and I worked with 1st and 2nd graders.
And how do you like to spend your vacations?
Ooh, that's a great question. I'm a big fan of vacations. The way that I was brought up was to spend vacations by exploring places that are new to me. So I do like to take a big trip every couple of years where I explore somewhere I've never been before. So I didn't get to travel much last year besides to the UK to visit my family. But this summer I'm planning a trip to Southeast Asia. So I'll be doing Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos. And hopefully we'll be able to check out some things in Hong Kong as well while I'm there.
And I see you have some classwork that you're going to have your students do.
I do. I have my notebook. Everyone in my class knows we work with our notebooks. These become our textbooks. We essentially make our own. And every time we do a lesson, we add it to our little table of contents. So you can see some of the things that we have done already: heart maps, drafting, leads, which always begin inside, the rule of write about a pebble, which is description and specificity. What's coming up tomorrow is line and stanza breaks. We've all been writing memoir poetry. So we're going to read some really beautiful poems, including, let's see, I've got The Meat by David MacDonald, and I've got The Storm, and I actually don't remember who the poet is. I'll have to look it up in my book, as well as The Rain Lullaby, and all of these are beautiful examples of line and stanza breaks that we will be looking at tomorrow.
Well, as I said earlier, I'm Matty Hogan, and this is Miss Levy, and thank you for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.